In the world of Big Brother Mzansi, connections are often tested by competition, strategies, and the intense atmosphere inside the house. But once those doors close behind the housemates and they step back into reality, true bonds have a way of shining through. Such was the case when Ashley Ogle and Uyanda reunited after their unforgettable time in Biggie's house. Ashley, now cruising in her brand new Chery car, a proud symbol of how far she has come since leaving the house, chose to share this special ride with Uyanda. It wasn't just about taking a drive. It was about revisiting the journey they had both lived, reflecting on their experiences, and celebrating the friendship that grew quietly amidst cameras and confessions. As they set off, the city of Johannesburg stretched before them, the sun casting a golden glow over the roads. The air in the car was filled with excitement, nostalgia, and a deep sense of gratitude. For Ashley, the drive wasn't just a chance to show Uyanda the sleek lines and smooth engine of her new car. It was a chance to reconnect, to relive memories that only they could truly understand. Inside the Chery, the atmosphere was light yet meaningful. The soft hum of the engine was almost like a background score to their quiet conversations. Ashley, her hands steady on the steering wheel, glanced at Uyanda with warmth. She wanted to hear from him, to hear about how he felt, what he had taken from the experience, and how he had processed the whirlwind of Big Brother Mzansi. There was no rush in their talk. The pace of their conversation mirrored the easy rhythm of the car gliding down the highway. Ashley asked Uyanda about his time in the house, not as an interviewer or as someone seeking gossip, but as a friend genuinely curious about his emotional journey. She wanted to know, what had the house taught him? What moments had stayed with him the most? Uyanda, sitting comfortably in the passenger seat, reflected deeply. The road stretched ahead, but his mind went back to the long nights, the shared meals, the challenges, and the quiet moments of vulnerability that defined his time on the show. Without needing to speak too much, his expression said it all. There had been joy, there had been hardship, and there had been growth. For Ashley, listening to Uyanda was a reminder of the strength it took to navigate life in the Big Brother house. She knew that, like her, he had entered the house with hopes and dreams, and like her, he had emerged with lessons that went beyond the game. The house tested patience, loyalty, and resilience, and as Uyanda shared his thoughts, it was clear that those tests had shaped him in powerful ways. The Chery's interior felt like a bubble, a small safe space where the outside world faded and only their shared experience remained. They laughed softly at memories that once felt intense. The silly arguments, the light-hearted moments, the dance-offs, and the playful pranks. And then there were the heavier memories too, the difficult nominations, the nights filled with doubt, the weight of knowing that every move was watched, judged, and debated by millions. Ashley's heart swelled with emotion as Uyanda spoke. She admired his honesty, his openness, and the way he could look back at everything with both pride and humility. She could see that he, like her, had emerged from the house stronger, wiser, and more determined to make the most of the platform they had been given. Driving through familiar streets, Ashley felt a sense of peace. The new car, a gift to herself, a symbol of her hard work and the love of her supporters, was more than just a vehicle. It was a reminder of how far she had come, and sharing that moment with Uyanda made it even more meaningful. They weren't just former housemates now. They were friends bonded by an experience that only a few could ever truly understand. As they rode on, Ashley asked Uyanda about what came next. His dreams, his plans, his hopes now that Big Brother was behind him. Uyanda's eyes lit up as he spoke about his vision for the future. There was excitement, but also a thoughtful determination. The house had been a chapter, a big, unforgettable one, but it was far from the end of his story. Ashley nodded as she listened, her heart full. She too knew what it meant to dream beyond the house. The road ahead wasn't always clear, but with the lessons they had learned and the support of the fans who believed in them, it was a road filled with possibility. The drive became more than just a journey from point A to point B. It was a symbol of their shared path, once side by side under Big Brother's watchful eye, now side by side in the real world, navigating the highs and lows together. There was something deeply emotional about seeing these two former housemates in this new setting. Away from the bright lights and constant surveillance, they could simply be themselves. Ashley with her kind heart and gentle strength, showing support not only by listening but by offering Uyanda a space to speak his truth. Uyanda, with his thoughtful nature and quiet resilience, opening up and allowing the past to shape a better future. As they pulled up at their destination, the car came to a gentle stop, but the bond between them felt stronger than ever. Ashley turned to Uyanda with a smile of gratitude, of pride, of friendship. It wasn't just about the ride or the car, it was about the shared history, the mutual respect, and the unspoken promise to lift each other up, no matter where life would take them next. In that moment, Ashley's brand new Chery car wasn't just a symbol of material success. It was a vessel for connection, for reflection, for understanding. And as the engine quieted, what remained was the sound of two hearts, united by experience, beating with hope for what was to come. For their fans, seeing Ashley and Uyanda together again was a reminder of why they fell in love with them in the first place. It wasn't just the drama or the tasks or the votes, it was the humanity, the way they showed kindness, the way they supported each other, the way they reminded everyone watching that, at the heart of Big Brother Mzansi, it's not just about competition. It's about people, about relationships, and about the incredible journeys that unfold when strangers become family. Ashley and Uyanda's link-up will be remembered not just as a casual meetup or a fun drive. It will be remembered as a moment of grace, a moment of friendship, and a moment that captured the true spirit of Big Brother Mzansi. Two people, forever changed by an extraordinary experience, finding joy and comfort in the company of one another. As Ashley and Uyanda stepped out of the Chery, the warmth of the afternoon sun embraced them. The city hummed softly around them, but for a moment the world felt still, as if time itself paused to acknowledge the significance of their bond. The journey they had just shared on the open road felt like more than a simple drive. It was a quiet celebration of resilience, growth, and unwavering friendship. Ashley glanced at Uyanda, her heart full of admiration. She saw not just a fellow housemate but a person who had walked through challenges with grace, someone who had held on to kindness in a game that often tested patience and character. In that silent exchange of looks, so much was said without a single word: gratitude, respect, and a promise that their connection wouldn't end with the show. Uyanda too felt the weight of the moment. He appreciated Ashley's gesture, not because of the car or the ride but because of what it represented. In a world that sometimes forgets kindness in the race for success, Ashley had chosen to slow down, to reach out, and to remind him that their journey was shared, that neither of them was alone in facing what lay ahead. Together they stood for a while, taking it all in. The city, the memories, the possibilities. The Chery parked beside them seemed almost symbolic, shiny and new, like the future they were stepping into, full of potential, full of hope. As they said their goodbyes for the day, one thing was certain: this wasn't the end of their story. It was just another chapter, another moment where two hearts that had met in Biggie's house found strength and comfort in each other's company. Whatever came next, Ashley and Uyanda knew they would face it with courage, and with the knowledge that real friendship lasts far beyond the walls of the Big Brother house. Please don't forget to tell us which country you are watching us from. Thank you.